Hi, everyone. I'm Brooke Branch, wellness educator, natural wellness educator with doTERRA essential oils. And tonight I'm going to be talking to you about all the amazing oils that can help you with your health naturally, so that you don't have to resort to the chemical laden options and or Western medicine and things like that. We're not saying it doesn't have its place. We're just saying that there are definitely alternatives that you can try for the majority of any issues that come up with your health and wellness, that you can, it can be your first line of defense rather than, going to the Western medicine first. So I have a whole drawer full of stuff from CVS from years ago. And I came across it recently. I was like, oh, I don't even use this stuff anymore. So it's pretty cool that I literally use oils for everything for myself and my family. So I will tell you a little about me in a second, but first I'm going to share my screen and we'll get started with the presentation. And if you hear anything in the background, it's because all of my family is right behind me in the living room, and I told them strict instructions to stay quiet, but you know how that goes. So, and I'm just going to mute you guys, Gina, and for the recording. And then if you want to say anything, feel free to unmute.
Okay, great.
Okay. Okay, so welcome everyone. Here's my info. And basically, I've been doing this for like 6 years. I'll tell you more about me in a minute. This is a spring themed wellness workshop. And before we know it, it'll be summer. So our agenda tonight is we're doing introduction. So if you wanted to introduce yourself in the chat, tell us your health concerns so we can make sure that we address them. And my intention tonight is to empower you with natural solutions, like I said, so that you have at your fingertips all the natural solutions that you would need to take care of your health and wellness at home, rather than having to like run to the doctor for every little thing. So like I said, there is definitely, if you cut your finger off, you definitely want a doctor. But if you have a rash, you could use oils. So that's just an example. But it helps with a lot of, a lot of things like immune support and pretty much everything else. You're going to see how they work and everything. You're going to learn the 3 cool things about essential oils, the 3 ways to use essential oils, the benefits of supplementation, because doTERRA is a wellness company, not just, we're not just oils. We have a lot of supplements and other products too, and that are all natural. And then we're going to talk about the 3 ways to use essential oils. And oh, I mentioned that already. Most people know about 2 ways, but I'm going to talk about a 3rd way as well. Then we'll talk about how to get the oils into your home, like, housekeeping type stuff and next steps. And we're going to do a raffle at the end for a prize. So let's see. Oops, I don't know why it's doing that instead of, hang on. Okay, I'll just do it that way. Okay, so there are different spring rollers that we have. And if either of you 2 or both of you, Gina and don't tell me your name, it's really cool. Starts with an F. Fallon? Fallon. Oh, I got it just in the nick of time. Such a cool name. Okay, so if you, Gina or Fallon, want to get one, there's all different kinds, everything from like allergies to energy and things like that. So we can talk about which one makes the most sense for you. There's even a spray, a cleaning spray that you could get to sample the oils. So, and it's for anyone who's new to doTERRA and hasn't tried anything yet. Then we have, like I said, introductions. If you would like to type your name in the chat, and if you don't know which roll-on choice you would like, you can just type that you would like one and we can figure that out later. And also based on your health concerns that you write down too, that can kind of help point us in the right direction afterwards as far as which roller would be best for you. So a little bit about me. I'm a team leader with doTERRA Essential Oils. It's a $2 billion company, the largest essential oil company in the world, actually. And like I said, it's a wellness company as well. We source our oils from all over the world where the soil is most indigenous to each crop. So it creates the highest therapeutic value oils. And there is no adulteration whatsoever of any of our oils, which is what sets us apart. I'm going to talk more about quality soon. And I obviously am a natural lifestyle enthusiast. So I like all things natural. And am I perfect? No. You know, I'll still, you know, I still use aerosol hairspray, secret. But I can't find any natural hairspray. So I just literally spray it and then run out of the room so I don't smell it. So it's the best I can do for now. You know, no one's perfect, but it's a process. So you might want to try something natural, like a natural shampoo. And which, by the way, I really love our shampoos. Natural shampoo, then maybe next you want to try the toothpaste. You know, there's all different things that you can try to replace those chemical laden products with the natural version. And it doesn't have to be all at once. It can just be a process. So I also am a wife and mom of twin boys who are 15. We are adopting 2 kittens on Saturday. Insert big gulp here. We haven't had a pet as a family. Now we're adopting 2 because I figure I can do things in 2s. I have twins. I know 2. I can do it. So my kids are very, very excited. And I'm excited, but I'm just nervous because I have no idea what I'm doing. But how hard could it be, right? Famous last words. Anyway, so just a little about how I got into this. About 7 years ago, I started looking for natural solutions for my twin boys who had breathing issues, and they were like mouth breathing and like allergies and stuff like that. And I brought them to the allergist, and he said, oh, they're allergic to a bunch of different things, but just give them steroid spray and have them take Allegra every day and they'll be fine. And they were like 8 years old at the time. So I just did not feel right about that. And I decided to start exploring natural solutions. And that's when doTERRA kept coming up. And it was like, you know, I just knew that I wanted to find someone that was, you know, with doTERRA so I could start trying some oils. And wouldn't you know, about 2 weeks later, my friend Amy, who's in the middle in this picture of the team leader picture, she posted on Facebook that she was now working with doTERRA. So it was like the heavens opened up, like, oh, I'm going to contact Amy and I'm going to get a package from her and I'm going to try these oils for the boys. So I did that. And sure enough, I made my own nasal spray. I got the recipe on Pinterest and it had like frankincense and tea tree oil and what else? Lavender and just distilled water. And those are all anti-inflammatory oils. I use that in their nose. And what do you know, they could breathe really, you know, much better at night. I didn't have to use the medicine. And it was really an empowering aha moment for me as a mom that I can, you know, I can use these tools, these natural tools at home. And like I said, don't have to run to the doctor every second. So that for me was really an aha moment where I not only felt like, you know, like amazed and wanted to learn everything I could about these oils, but I wanted to teach other people too, especially other moms, how to do the same. So that's a little about me. Hang on one second, because I would like to tell my family to quiet down the television. Can you hear it? No? Hold on a second.
We're good. We don't.
Yeah, I don't hear it, Brooke.
It's not bothering us.
It's bothering me, so.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so so now does anyone have any questions? Feel free to unmute if you have any questions. And otherwise we're going to go into the 3 cool things about essential oils. Okay.
Two things that in chat, Gina and
You're going to remember Fallon.
Fallon. They asked for the allergy, and you did mention about the allergy, current flaring up the allergy and immunity. So those are the things I was just telling them what
immunity and allergy. And did you talk about the Tri-Ease as well?
No, I didn't say that. Okay,
so Tri-Ease is our supplement that actually helps with allergies. We're not supposed to use the word allergies. We're supposed to use, what do we say? Environmental threats.
Yeah.
However, I'm just going to say it. Let them come after me. But anyway, so Tri-Ease is just lemon, lavender, and peppermint, which again are all anti-inflammatory. The reason that peppermint isn't used in the nasal spray is because that would really hurt your nasal passages. So it's frankincense instead in here. But anyway, it's just soft gels with lemon, lavender, and peppermint in the Tri-Ease. And I give them to my son every day before school, because this is his really bad allergy season, which it's a lot of people's, and it really helps. Is it perfect? No, but the allergy medicines aren't perfect either, and you get all those side effects like dry mouth and stuff like that. So Tri-Ease is a great option too, since it's totally natural. So the first cool thing about essential oils is that they are safe. So there's no side effects. There's no, you don't build up a resistance to them. In fact, they start to work better over time, where you need less and less instead of more and more. And they're extracted from the plant, the stem, the bark, the leaves, the roots, all different parts of the plant. And this is where all the aromatic compounds are. And like I said, when they are sourced, like doTERRA sources these oils from around the world, that makes them have the highest ester count, which means the highest medicinal therapeutic qualities. And there's a lot of people don't know this, but there really is no regulation whatsoever by any governing body as far as oils go. So the oil industry, they view it as a cosmetic product in this country, which means that literally it could say anything on the bottle and be anything inside, which to me is really scary. It's like the wild, wild west, and no one knows that. So it can say 100% therapeutic grade, blah, blah, blah. And it could literally have no oil in it, no real, oil. It could be completely like Febreze inside. So you really have to go with a trusted company. And ours are called CPTG, certified pure. Now they're called tested grade, or therapeutic grade. And we don't just say that like every other company. We really put our money where our mouth is. And we have a site called sourcetoyou.com that has all our sourcing stories of where we source the oils from all these, by the way, developing countries around the world. So we don't just source around the world because that's where the soil is most indigenous and the best quality, but also because we help these developing communities. We pay them fair wages. We help build schools and bring in clean drinking water for them. We give them business loans. We really are helping the planet as well. So anyway, so our oils, you can look up on that sourcetoyou.com site. You can look up the lot number of any of our bottles is on the bottom, and you can type that in and it will tell you all the testing that's been done, all the results of all the testing. And 89% of oils are adulterated that are out there on the market. And doTERRA has never, ever been caught adulterating anything. In fact, that's why the company was started, because they couldn't find oils that were high quality that they could use for their family. And they had worked at another company, which shall remain nameless, and they uncovered a lot of adulteration of the oils that was going on. And they said, we can do this better and, with integrity. And that's how doTERRA was born like 12 or 13 years ago. So, and like I said, now it's a $2 billion company. So let's talk about peppermint, one of my favorites. I wish you were here with me because peppermint, normally I give you a little bit on your hand and you rub it together and then you breathe it in. And I do it every time with everyone because I did it even like a half hour before I started. I was like waking myself up because it wakes me up. It clears my sinuses. What else? It cools my body. If I put it on like the back of my neck right now, it's going to cool me off. It's great in a spray bottle in the summer too, to spray on. It keeps the bugs away as well. You can even put it in like the corners. If you have ants, you can wipe your stuff down, your counters and things with peppermint, and it goes away. It relieves head tension, otherwise known as headaches that we're not supposed to say. So I'm not caring as much these days. Like, who's going to stop me? It's a recording. Who's going to watch this recording that's going to police me? But anyway, so you can put it on your head. So a lot of times I do that if I have a headache, and then I just rub it into my scalp. So that feels really good too. Plus it helps my sinuses when I breathe it in. So That I'm using it all three ways. Well, actually, I'm not using it internally, but the A, the T, and the I that are next to the word peppermint, that stands for aromatic, topical, and internal, which we're going to talk about in the next section. But just know that we're using it aromatically by me smelling it, and then topically by me putting it on my skin. So let's see. So let's go to the next slide. If anyone, if you have any questions, please again, let me know. So the second cool thing about essential oils is that they go right into the cell to affect change on a cellular level, which is really interesting, I think. There's oils are obviously oily, and the cell membrane is oily. So it's like a lock and a key, and it goes right into the cell, and our bodies know exactly what to do with it. So it addresses whatever the root cause of the health problems are. And if you look at this picture, you see the brown thing in the middle of the cell, and that represents a virus, which the antibiotics are water-based. They cannot penetrate the cell membrane, so that's why they don't affect viruses. And that's why a lot of times there's not much that doctors can do. When you have a virus, they usually just say, go home and rest. So, and then on the outside of the cell, the purple thing represents bacteria, and that the antibiotic can, get to, except that then it stays in your system for 9 years. It kills all the good bacteria too in your body. It doesn't really care what kind of bacteria it is. That's why you can get all kinds of, issues after the fact. The only time that I gave my kids antibiotics, it was one kid in the last 7 years that I've been with doTERRA, is when he had 104 temperature, that I used the oils, and he felt better. He was down to 101 temperature, but finally he had missed 5 days of school, and my husband made me give him, I blame him, made me give him antibiotics finally. So against my better judgment, I did it, and he got hives all over his body. So I was like, I knew I shouldn't do this. But anyway, obviously, if your life is threatened, you should use antibiotics. But otherwise, things like On Guard, our immune boosting blend, and I know you were talking about immunity. On Guard is our main immune boosting blend. It has cinnamon, wild orange, rosemary, eucalyptus, and clove oil in it. So you can use it all three ways. You can do shots of it basically, or put in your water. You can diffuse it. So, or have put in your hands and smell it. What else can you do with it? And topically, you can put it on the bottoms of your feet, and it soaks into your bloodstream. So we're going to talk more about those ways soon. Just a little preview, but we have a lot of other antibacterial and antiviral oils as well, but On Guard is our mainstay as far as that goes. And we have a whole line of products that have those, the On Guard in it. I don't know if you can see behind me, we have a natural cleaner concentrate, we have laundry detergent, we have toothpaste, all different things that have On Guard. We even have soft gels. So I take that, especially, once the pandemic started, I started taking On Guard supplements every day. So I got, had that protection. So let's go to the next slide. I have to remind my children not to talk, but anyway, let me know if you can hear them. 15-year-old boys are not too good at being quiet. Okay. So the third cool thing about essential oils is that they're affordable. So, they're really pennies a dose when you consider how pure and potent they are. You don't need a lot of them. So an example would be that before I ever knew about oils, if my kids, let's say, woke up with their ear hurting in the middle of the night, I would have to search around for some kind of medicine that they may or may not take, that they probably, that probably wouldn't work for a while. They'd still be crying. Then I'd have to take off work the next day, go bring them to the doctor, get, pay a big copay, get a prescription, pay more money. that's a lot of time and energy and money. However, with the oils, if they tell me, they would wake up and tell me that that their ear hurt, I would put lavender around it, sometimes with basil, which equals probably like 35 cents total. And they would literally go back to bed and not even mention it the next day. Not that that happened all the time, but more times than not, it really did. I can't tell you how many times I've used On Guard as it's when I felt something coming on, like my throat hurting or something like that. And I would just diffuse it, put it on my feet, like use it as many ways as possible throughout the day. And literally by the next morning, it was completely gone. So I think that's happened like 8 or 9 times since I started with the oils. As long as you catch it early, it really does work. So, so lavender. So a lot of people know lavender is calming for the mind, but did you also know that it's calming for the skin? So it's great for like anything that's inflammatory on the skin, like rashes, cuts, burns, bee stings, bug bites, things like that. So I have a roller bottle of it in pretty much every room up in my upstairs. I carry some in my purse. It really, really works overnight. If my kids had a rash, like from their boogie boarding or whatever over the summer, I would just rub it on their stomach or the inner thighs, and the next morning it was completely gone. So that's pretty cool too. You can use it all 3 ways. You can even take it internally. So we're gonna again talk more about that. So make sure you let me know if you have any questions. I'm gonna keep going. Otherwise, oh, these boys, they're being loud. All right, hold on a second. Oh my goodness. Okay. I don't know why it's taking like so long for each slide to show, but anyway, here we are again. At least it's working. So anyway, now we're going to talk about the 3 ways to use essential oils. And the first is aromatic. So we've talked a little about that. So type in the chat if you have a diffuser. And did you know about the human diffuser, where you can put on your hands and just breathe it in? You can even make a little circle like that and breathe it in like that. I like to do it through my mouth and through my nose, like especially if it's for my lungs. It feels good both different ways. Is that even good English? I feel like I'm forgetting English. Anyway, so aromatically, there's 3 different reasons that you would use aromatic. Besides the fact that it just smells good. One is to positively affect mood. So you could use a citrus oil in your diffuser, and that would cover the air, and citrus oils are very good for uplifting mood. So if you think about where they're grown in trees, and that means that they, that kind of tells you what they do. They uplift your mood. And conversely, if an oil comes from roots and barks and trees and things like that that are lower to the ground, then they're grounding and calming and help with anxiety. So I think it's pretty cool that you can tell what they do by where they grow. Another reason to use oils aromatically is that they cleanse the air. So you could put On Guard or other immune boosting oils in your diffuser if you're, let's say, having company and you're not sure about what they may have, wink wink, or just in general, if one person's feeling sick in your house and you don't want other people to get sick, you can diffuse it and it literally spreads throughout the air and protects everyone. Then the third reason would be open airways. So like if you have any kind of breathing issues or your respiratory issues or anything like that, you can put a breathe oil, which is right pictured there, or peppermint or something, or eucalyptus, or all 3, something like that, in your diffuser, or do the human diffuser, which I do. I mean, I carry peppermint with me everywhere I go, and I'm always doing the human diffuser. So breathe oil has in it peppermint, eucalyptus, something called Ravensara, and I think one other thing as well. So that really is great for the airways. I love that one too. I keep both of those on my desk at all times. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh, you know what? Because I don't have it in slideshow mode. Slide. Well, I guess we've gone this far. Okay. So the second way to use oils is topically. So you can, there's some oils that you can use without dilution and some oils that are either hot or cool oils that may irritate skin. So then you would want to mix them or dilute them with what's called fractionated coconut oil. So it's basically just liquefied coconut oil that is, it doesn't solidify in room temperature. So it's great to put, that's what we mix in the roller bottles. We have, where's my roller bottle? We like a roller bottle like this that comes from doTERRA that's on guard. We mix, we would put like 10 to 20 drops of whatever essential oils in there, and we fill the rest with the coconut oil to dilute it. And it's liquid, so you don't have to worry about it solidifying. So that is that. Now, the reason that you would use oils topically is for usually some localized benefit. So let's say your knee is hurting, you can roll it on. You can use our deep blue comes in an oil that's pictured here, or a rub, which is like a cream. So so you can, use that. You can, if you have a stomach ache, you can put our Digest Zen blend, which is a lot of what your grandmother may have used on you for upset stomach, motion sickness, things like that. It has, what else? What does it have in it? Anise and ginger and peppermint and things like that. So you can drink that, or you can put it on your belly, in this case, topically. And that's what I do if my kids wake up and say they have a stomach ache, then I give them Digest Zen. And we have some in our bathroom medicine cabinet upstairs. My medicine cabinet is very, covered, filled with doTERRA. So what else can I tell you? Oh, another way to use topically, which I touched on earlier, is you can put oils on the bottoms of your feet if you want something not just in a localized place, but also throughout your whole body. In the case of immune support, like I said, you can rub the On Guard, let's say, on the bottoms of your feet, and it soaks into your bloodstream within 2 minutes. So to affect change throughout your entire system. And you don't need to dilute it in that case, because the bottoms of your feet actually have really hardy skin that does not easily, get irritated. So, and with kids, you want to dilute most oils, by the way, as well. Let's see, topical, internal, here we go. Okay, so for internal use, that's the third way. Type in the chat if you knew about internal use already, or if you've taken oils internally before. I would only trust doTERRA for internal use for sure. There's different ways that you can use oils internally, and again, that helps your entire system. So one is in water. So for instance, with lemon, I would put lemon in my water. I actually put it in my water bottle every day, and it detoxifies your body. So it's a natural detox, and it's a really easy thing, and it tastes really good. It comes from the rind, not from the fruit itself. So it doesn't have that citric acid kind of mouthfeel to it. It's more like a flavoring, but it's a natural flavoring. And it's important to use glass, not plastic. Glass or something non-porous, glass, metal, ceramic, not plastic, when you have citrus oils in your drinks, because it eats away, it will eat away anything non-organic, which is why it's detoxifying to your body. But anyway, you don't want it to eat away at the plastic, let's say, of your cup, and then you drink it, because that would kind of defeat the purpose. You can also put oils, if you don't want to taste them, let's say, you can put oils into a veggie cap, which is like right here. Oh, I'm going to admit, Lisa. See the little capsule. So that you would open it up. Hi, Lisa. Okay. So you can open it up, and then you can put whatever oils you want inside the capsule, and then close it up again and take it. And that way you don't have to taste it. So for instance, for immune support, we have something called Flute. It stands for frankincense, lemon, On Guard, oregano, and tea tree oil. So those are all really great immune boosting oils, and it's kind of like a natural antibiotic, antiviral. So if we're coming down with something, that's one of the things we do. So we put 2 drops of each of those oils in the capsule and take it 3 times a day. And even if you stop feeling symptoms, it's just like with antibiotic, you want to keep taking it for a couple more days just to make sure that it's gone. And if anyone wants that recipe, let me know. I have a graphic that I can send you actually. And there's also a roller bottle recipe with the same oils in it, the flute recipe. So another thing you can do when taking oils internally is under your tongue. So if I'm feeling like I have brain fog, let's say, I'll put frankincense, which is great for the brain and for the nervous system. I put that under my tongue. It doesn't taste great, but you get used to it. It's an acquired taste. And then it goes through the blood-brain barrier, believe it or not, to affect change in your brain. So because your body knows how to recognize it, like I said, it's like a lock and a key. It's completely natural. And our body is made up of thousands of natural chemicals, and so are these oils, the same natural chemicals. It's really amazing. So I wanted to mention a little bit with lemon that you can use it to clean your whole kitchen. Like today I had like sticky stuff on my stove. I use lemon on a paper towel, or I put it in a spray bottle with some water and sometimes some vinegar, and I can clean my entire kitchen. It's even good for that like scum around the bathtub. And it's one of our least expensive oils. I think it might be like $10 or $12 for the whole bottle. So anyway, something to think about for that too. So not only does it help uplift your mood, but it helps clean your whole kitchen and your vegetables and things like that too. Frankincense is really, we call it liquid gold. When in doubt, use frankincense. It's great for the skin, for the nervous system, for immune support, for like I said, for the brain, for calming. So it really does a lot. That and lavender, I think, are the most widely used in terms of what they do. Because they have so many different chemicals, that's why they do so many different things, each oil. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so then we have Dr. Amy, who's a PhD marriage and family therapist. She's our team leader that I spoke of earlier, who got me started with the oils. And this is these are some of her recommendations for mental health, for as far as all the doTERRA products that can help naturally with anxiety, with depression, things like that. So we have balance oil, which has a lot of deep-rooted trees in it. And remember, I said that helps to calm your system, those types of oils that come from the ground and from bark and things like that. Then we have Elevation, which is a citrus blend. Wild orange and bergamot are both citruses as well. So really any citrus or any woodsy ones are great for mental health. And you have to find different oils work differently for different people. So just like with medicine, some medicines won't work, some will. So these are the ones that work for the majority, but you may find the grapefruit does it for you. Or like I love Roman chamomile. I smell that. It's a lesser known oil, but it calms my whole system down. So you just try different ones until you find the right one for you, but most people find them pretty quickly. So then I wanted to mention supplements because this is our vitamin pack. It's called Lifelong Vitality Pack, and this helps with all 12 systems of the body, including mental health. And it has omega fatty acid blend. It has a food nutrient blend that goes into your system as real food, and it even has a brain boosting blend. I'll talk a little more about my experience with that in the next page. Then we have copaiba. I wanted to mention because this oil itself is not mentioned on the other slide so far. It is like our version of CBD oil. It is a cannabinoid, and it actually does the same thing in the brain as CBD oil does. It calms you down. It helps with immune support. It helps with inflammation and things like that. So that's why it helps with mental health. So she recommends the soft gel version of those, of that oil. And it helps with nervous system support too, just like frankincense does. So there was actually a video that went viral on YouTube or whatever, where a woman couldn't open her hand for 20 years, and she put 1 drop of copaiba under her tongue, and then the next day she could open her hand for the first time. And after that, we sold out of copaiba for a long time. So pretty amazing. Also, there's another video where someone had like shakes. They have some kind of condition, and by the time the video was over, within like a minute, her shaking was just about done, just about stopped when she rubbed it on her hands. So these oils really do work. And that's why we're trying to dispel the myth that they're just like something for hippies. They really have those therapeutic benefits with those thousands of chemicals that our body knows exactly what to do with. So then we have adaptive, which is our stress and anxiety blend that has a roller bottle, so you can wear it like a perfume. I keep it in my purse. Then there's an oil that you can put in your diffuser. And then there's also a capsule that has a different formulation that you can also take, that they're meant to work together. So that's really made a huge difference for me. I take the capsules every day and keep the adaptive in my purse. And then the Serenity, if you have trouble sleeping, that's a really great natural solution. It has lavender and amino acids in it, and that's it. And I mean, I don't have problems sleeping. I have problems waking up. So that's why I use peppermint. But the Serenity, my mom swears by it, and it took her like at least 5 years to use anything. She's not exactly a natural health person. And Serenity soft gels, she's always asking for more. So they work really well for her. Okay. What do we want? Okay, so just to talk a little more about the Lifelong Vitality Pack that I talked about before, like I said, they help with pretty much your entire body. And just to let you know, the first time I took these, I had before that, Swiss cheese brain, I call it, because my twins did not sleep through the night for 2 years. So I was like a zombie. And I thought my brain would never go back to normal. I had fog all the time. And when I took these, I was more clear-headed. It was the first day. I mean, they don't even usually say it works on the first day. So results not typical, but for me, it really worked. So I was folding clothes, standing up at 11:30 at night. I had so much energy, and my husband was laying on the couch, passed out, what's gotten into you? I was like, I don't know. I think it's these supplements. And from then on, I can't miss a day because they are just so good. And there's a money back guarantee. So if you wanted to try them, if you have pain, inflammation, if you're tired, you're not sure where to turn, these are a great place to start as your foundational health, and then use the oils and things from there. But this is, a mainstay, one of our best sellers. So I wanted to make sure I mentioned that. Does anyone have any questions about anything I've talked about so far? Feel free to unmute yourself or type in the chat. Pyle, is there anything that I need to know before we move on to more of the, nuts and bolts of how to get started and things like that?
I think not really a question, but the only thing came up, I think Gina have asked that how many drops do you put in a diffuser? I'd say depending on the diffuser and how big the room is, but I usually put 6 or 7. But I like to have a strong, so you can put less if you want.
Exactly. I always say it's to taste, however much you want. If it's a small room, you don't need as much. If it's a big room, and it also, you're right, does depend on the diffuser as well. So it doesn't really, there's no hard and fast rule. Basically, I kind of just turn over maybe 2 or 3 different oils, and as many as come out when I shake it like that, that's what I do. But good question. A lot of people ask that question. Okay, so I wanted to talk about the 3 kinds of people that we work with, so that we know kind of where you fit and we can support you in the best way possible. So the first way is people who like to live the wellness lifestyle, people that are our customers that start changing over some of their chemical-laden products with the natural products, and they're really getting into the natural health lifestyle, and we're helping them every step of the way. And then number 2 would be someone who's so into it that they start sharing with their friends and maybe want to host a workshop and get paid for that, or get some free oils thrown their way. So we love to spoil our, hostesses. And these days, everything's online, so you don't even have to clean your house or make food or anything. You just literally, we set up a Facebook group for you, or however you want to do it. You just invite your friends, and that's it. We do everything else. So it really can't be simpler. And then number 3 is someone like Pyle and me who want to earn an income and make an impact in the world with these oils and really let people know about it and earn a residual income. And, this company is really second to none with their integrity and what their mission in the world. They're really taking on the big guys, and we love that. So, anyway, if you're interested in that, feel free to get in touch with me as well. And we can get you started, and again, support you every step of the way on that as well. So let's see. So there's 3 different ways that you can get started with the oils. And let's see if I can actually get to that slide, then I will be able to tell you about it. All right, well, I'll start telling you, and then it's going to come on soon, but I don't know why it's always delayed. So the first way is retail, and that would be like if you go to a like a yoga studio or a chiropractor's office or something like that, then you would buy them retail, and that's 25% more than everyone else would pay. Why is this still not working? Okay, finally. It's on a 1-minute delay from when I press it to when it shows up. Okay, so that's the most expensive way. We generally do not recommend that unless you're just going to get one oil. It really doesn't pay to do it that way. The second way is wholesale, where you get like a Costco. It's like a Costco membership for oils. So you would pay a $35 membership fee, although I'll let you know how a couple different ways that could be waived. And then you would choose whatever oils you would want at a 25% discount. Now, with that comes me helping you every step of the way. We do a wellness consult where I answer all your questions. We go over next steps with your oils and things like that to make sure you're using them and you get all your questions answered, because we don't want you to just get these oils and have no idea what to do with them. And then also we add you to our Facebook group where you get education and there's raffles, and it's a really great oily community, as we say. And did I miss anything, Pyle? And then there's obviously support all the time from me on everything you would need as far as the oils go. Then the third way is below wholesale, and that is with a starter kit or starter package, and that's where the $35 fee is waived. However, through the end of June, the $35 fee is also waived if you just wanted to build your own package. If there's something in particular, like if you wanted all just immune boosting oils or all skin products, because we have a whole skincare line too that Pyle knows very well about. That's her specialty. Something like that, then we can set you up with that. And normally that would also cost you the $35 fee, but that's waived now through the end of June. So you have 2 different ways that you can waive that $35 fee by getting a package, which I'm going to show you on the next couple pages, or by building your own package that's at least $150. Then we waive that fee. So let me show you. Okay, that one went right away. Okay, so these are 2 of our most popular packages. One is the Healthy Start package, and it has this little cute diffuser, the Pebble diffuser it's called, and it has 5 milliliter bottles of our most popular oils. It's good to get a package because if you don't have oils already, because it's a cross section of all the most popular oils. So you got 5 milliliter bottles of I didn't mention, for some reason, I didn't mention Deep Blue, but Deep Blue is, well, I kind of did. It's for pain and inflammation. So you would rub that on for any kind of like muscle aches and pains. That comes in that kit. In both of these kits actually is the same oil. So Deep Blue, oregano, which is great for immune boosting. That's in our flute immune boosting blend. On Guard, the immune boosting blend in and of itself. lavender, which needs no introduction, peppermint, which is one of my faves, frankincense for nervous system support, immune support, calming, and everything else, skin too, breathe oil for respiratory support, tea tree for everything from like smelly shoes to your dishwasher to acne to immune boosting and everything in between. Lemon we talked about, and for uplifting mood and cleaning and detoxifying, and DigestZen for digestive support. So you see, it's like it's all encompassing as far as this is a really great place to start as far as having foundational oils. So this is the size. This is 5 milliliters, and then the 15 milliliter is what comes in the Home Essentials package. Let me grab a. So I just want to show you the size difference. And so you can see that they come with 2 different diffusers and the same oils, but just different sizes. The only one that's the same size is Deep Blue because it doesn't come in a large one for some reason. So basically you're getting 3 times the amount of oil in the Home Essentials package and saving a lot more money for less than double the price. So 160 versus 270. So it's a much better deal to get the Home Essentials, but it depends on your budget as well. So if you want to start small and start with a healthy start package, that's more than, more than fine. Then we have 2 other popular ones, which Aroma Essentials is if you want to start diffusing in your home and replace those chemical laden, air fresheners and things like that. You could try this one. It comes with that same diffuser that was in on the first page. And it also has some great uplifting mood oil blends like Cheer, which is a nice spicy citrus. And it has our Serenity blend, which is a lavender blend, great for sleeping and calming. Citrus Bloom is a really nice citrus blend, Balance for calming and grounding. But it also has On Guard for immune support, Wild Orange, which the other kits don't have. Northern Escape it's the only way that you can get that one. It has a lot of fir oils in it. Again, it's that one's very grounding. And then it comes with Adaptive, which is our stress and anxiety one. So you have a little bit of everything in this one, and that's $155, and you get the diffuser for free because of how the package is set up. So then the Healthy Habits package is $195, and that was created by our chief medical officer that has a cross section of, has 5 different oils from On Guard, tangerine, lavender, Balance, and frankincense. So again, a little bit of everything, plus our supplements that I talked about, and which is great for foundational health, and it comes with the Deep Blue Rub for muscle aches and pains. Then it comes with also 2 supplements that I take every single day, and I take the TerraZyme enzymes 3 times a day. So let me just talk a little bit about that. So our probiotic is really amazing because it's double coated, so it makes it into your colon without breaking down in your stomach acids, which most of them are not double coated. And it also kind of looks like it came from outer space. It also has a liquid in it that is a prebiotic, and the prebiotic is what the good bacteria eats. Basically, once it breaks down in your colon, it keeps the good bacteria going, basically. So I take that every day, and then the TerraZyme enzymes help to break down your food into cellular energy. So if you have any kind of gas, bloating issues like that, then that's a great one to take. I take it as like a preventative Tums. Basically, I have a lot of digestive issues. It doesn't just help with digestive issues, it actually helps with skin issues too. So, which someone told me, and I didn't necessarily believe. And with my boys, I have them taking them at every meal, and their skin got a lot better. We haven't had to they hardly even have to wash their face anymore. I mean, I shouldn't even tell you that, but like, you pick your battle. So I just want them to brush their teeth and go to bed half the time. But like their skin looks real. And Pyle, don't judge because I know you're the skin person. Anyway, but their skin looks great. And they have those bumps all over the back of their arms. And the dermatologist said, oh, they'll go away when they're 30. And both of them, I'd say 80% difference that the bumps have gone down. So really amazing stuff. It's amazing. I'm not sure the exact way that it works, but all I know is that it works. So like I said, it breaks down your food, it liquefies it, and helps you convert it into cellular energy. So those are the kits. Does anyone have any questions about those? And like I said, you could just pay, instead of paying the $35 fee and then doing an a la carte customized package, you can do this, and also the $35 fee is waived. So it's really nice. They've never done this before, and I have a feeling they might continue it with the customization where they waive the fee and you can still customize as long as it's at least $150. So just to talk about perks, and there are a lot tonight, which I'll also post about afterwards, but there's an interest form that if you fill it out when I post it in the group after this, and there's no obligation, but you'll just say like kind of what you're leaning towards in terms of what package, or if you're not sure, you can just check off that you're not sure, but at least then I'll have your info and we can talk after that. Anyway, if you fill it out in the next 24 hours, then you get a free bottle of wild orange along with whatever package or oils you get. And then citrus bliss oil I'm giving away for free with any package. So the other specials are that if you spend at least 100 this month and next month on our monthly ordering, you get a $50 shopping spree. So that's really nice. And then we have a special, if you spend at least 200 this month, you get 3 free oils, 2 of which are limited time ones. One is called Island Mint that smells really good. It has like spearmint and some other minty oils in it. Sunny Citrus is a really nice citrus one that's also limited edition. And then you get the Citrus Bliss as well. So instead of just getting the Citrus Bliss, you get all 3 with a 200 PV order, which is point value, but it's around $200. And then through the end of June, like I said, you don't pay $35 if you want to just start with a la carte oils, as long as they equal 150. So, and like I said, I'll post about all of that. I don't expect you to remember everything. And then the last slide is just, let's stay in touch and look for my posts after class and fill out the form if you want that free wild orange. And then once you get started with your oils, we once you get your oils, we set up that wellness consult. I send you a welcome pack that has all kinds of stickers and samples and roller bottles that are empty so you can fill them and things like that. And you get ongoing education, our VIP group, and you feel amazing. So I'm gonna stop sharing. And I'm gonna say goodnight to the recording, and then we will talk. And because these ladies that are here are going to be in the raffle, and if you're watching the recording, that's not possible, so I don't want to keep you any longer, but thank you and have a great night. We will be in touch.